Everything okay tonight? How's that back feel?
Good, Burn. How about you, man? Squad on point tonight?
Yeah, I'm the usual aches and pains, but nothing I can't handle.
Of course.
I'm a little more nervous than usual, though.
Oh, yeah? Why's that?
Tonight means more than most. I can't stand those guys.
I ain't never seen Burn all rowdy.
The week is starting off right. Monday night, how does the development, Greg, of role players affect the team?
It can be a major factor. Being able to fill the needs of a team, that's what it's all about. A shot here, a block there, structural players, critical.
And recently, MP came out and stressed that he doesn't take these rivalry games too lightly. Winning these games is a big-time priority for him.
Well, MP and this team are off to a good start when it comes to the challenge he set for them. I think the preparation, anticipation, and energy for what these games mean has become almost a skill set in their arsenal. And they're hoping to build on that momentum in this one. They've still got quite a few rivalry games left.
Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. They've got Clark. Williams is out there with Antetokounmpo. And there's Jackson, and it's Lillard in at the point. Time now to head over to David Aldridge for some information about MP.
Thanks very much, Kevin. We know that everybody knows the history between these two teams, all those knockdown, drag-out battles. So I asked MP if he was going to take the high road tonight and try to stay above the fray. He said just the opposite. These guys always show us disrespect. We're going to grind it out and teach them a lesson. Get your popcorn ready. Kevin.
Got it right here, Deanne. Gonna start chopping it down. Familiarity, the right breeding contempt here. And Mr. Perfect gets it to go. And I think most would agree that MPGA at this point of his career is considered one of the best ever at his position.
Well, anyone that ranks above him is a first ballot Hall of Famer. MP isn't at the top at his position just yet, but he's shown he's in a class with other legendary talents.
Great open look there. And now that's 11 points for Mr. Perfect.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
So, Stan, let me take you back to the 95-96 NBA season. It was your first year as an NBA assistant. And, of course, the Bulls winning 72 games in that season. Unbelievable.
They were incredible, but one of my great memories in that season, the day of the trade deadline, we sent out 5 guys, brought in 5 new guys. We had to play the Bulls that night. Only one of those players made it in. We had only 8 guys available, some guys who had hardly played for us. Rex Chapman had an unbelievable game, and we beat Michael Jordan's Bulls on that night.
Oh, what a great story.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Mr. Perfect can't hit. Bucks trail by 8. Pass to Lillard. Bucks passing it around from the left block. Bank shot, no good. Chicago with the ball.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Mr. Perfect. Hits it from three-point range. Mr. Perfect's got 17 now.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Inside, here's Antetokounmpo. Giannis dunks it down.
Contact just doesn't matter against Giannis. Once he's inside, he is not to be stopped.
Lets it go with a three. Mr. Perfect can't hit. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They trail by 9 points. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year they came out on the losing end.
Morningstar drills it from outside. Mr. Perfect's got 20.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Outside Jackson. To the paint. Here's Yacht. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Making it look simple. The athleticism of Giannis on full display.
Here's Mr. Perfect. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game.
How about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Pass to Jackson. Lillard with it. The three. The rebound by Dosunmu. We got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Mr. Perfect. And the Bulls, another three.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Lillard looking around. 6 on the shot clock. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead. And for Chicago, Miles Turner, he's checked in for Buzelis. Dosunmu comes in for Jerry. And it's Mr. Perfect in for Karis LeVert. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brandon Clark, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Williams comes in for X. Jackson, he's checked in for Green. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Oladipo. You know, Stan, we hear all the time about after timeout plays. About how many of those do teams really have at their disposal?
Well, you certainly have to have a few, Kevin. Coaches vary in their philosophy. Some coaches will draw them up on the fly. I was one, like a lot of guys, who wanted to have things that we've worked on that then we could go to. But that just depends on who you've got, how smart your guys are, how quickly they pick things up.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, Clark is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Williams. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Jackson in at the 2 guard. Clark sets a screen for Lillard. And again, the Bucks miss. The Bulls leading by 13. Here's Mr. Perfect. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
So for Milwaukee, their last game, a win against the Heat. Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, and Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
And now let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Mr. Perfect in the last outing against Cleveland was phenomenal. He had an impressive number of points, and so much of that damage he does is from long range. Those are eye-popping numbers he put up. He couldn't possibly top that tonight, would he? I'll find out together. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
Hey, Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
1:04 left to play here in the half.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. It can't settle for bad shots.
And a great look. Lillard always looking for teammates. Doesn't have tunnel vision.
Turner with the screen. Traps in the tray. Mr. Perfect's got 41.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Chicago. They're on a 20-6 run. Puts up a three. Another three for Chicago.
Well, he's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And that one's good. Lillard.
Incredible range. Lillard makes these deep shots look like they're effortless.
Takes it inside. And he gets it to go. 46 points for Mr. Perfect.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Lillard with it. What a play! Simply trains it in at the buzzer.
That's a miracle. Are you kidding me?
Well, that's an energizer boost heading into the next quarter. You know he's got to be fired up.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Don't go anywhere.
Fellas, I was just wondering if you played in the league these days, what do you think would be different compared to when you... Switching back to that first half of action, everything's been working for the Bulls.
They've imposed their will.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game for Mr. Perfect.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
They've got Dosumu. Collins is out there with Turner. Then there's Karis LeVert, and it's Mr. Perfect in at the 1. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. Clark outside.
Nice contest by Turner, one of the top interior defenders in our league. As good a shot blocker as anyone.
Turner with a screen on Antetokounmpo. And good! There's another.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Outside Williams. Back to Antetokounmpo. And he uses the glass on the layup. Giannis has got 15 points.
And this is where you feed Giannis. The closer he is, the more dangerous he becomes.
Here's Mr. Perfect. The Bulls keep it alive. Turner with a screen on Antetokounmpo. Mr. Perfect can't hit. Turner with the steal. And he banks in the layup. Turner's got his first bucket of the night.
A big like Turner, just using that height inside, it's almost a lost art.
Timeout called the Bucks. The Bucks making a switch here. Portis is checked in. And now we have a moment to recognize the player of the week in the Eastern Conference, Mr. Perfect.
Well, you just look at the scoring he's provided and the numbers he has put up, and it's a no-brainer. Rarely does someone carry an offense this much and not walk away with some form of hardware for their efforts.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin. Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck, the breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you. And the Bulls with possession. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. There's the 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Down low. And Antetokounmpo. Chicago grabs the miss. Mr. Perfect's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
This is not how they wanted to start the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
Here's Collins. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Yeah, tough-nosed veteran. Collins is no stranger to having to overcome aggressive defense.
Jackson with the screen. Lillard outside. And Lillard throws it down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Here's Mr. Perfect, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And Antetokounmpo's size, no doubt a huge factor, a master at getting up to block shots. And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the Year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City.
Well, he's been very reliable tonight, not wasting any chances, really using his head.
Here's Giannis. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Morningstar. And another one falls. Amazing.
He has tied the mark for second most 60-point games in a season.
What a year he's having. Game after game after game, being able to score so effortlessly. Truly remarkable. Here's Antetokounmpo. Tries again, and he sinks the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 17.
Every aspect of Giannis's game showing tonight, just unreal.
Here's Mr. Perfect. Antetokounmpo defending. Count it. 62 points for Mr. Perfect.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Antetokounmpo finds Jackson. Pass to Portis. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Turner. Out of bounds. It'll be the Bulls' ball. Chicago ball. Bulls have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, we've got Damian Lillard, Antetokounmpo out there with Williams. Then it's Brandon Clark, and it's Jackson in at the shooting guard. And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks?
Yeah.
Payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now,
though?
What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof, but look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security, Kevin.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Here's Mr. Perfect. And yep, another basket.
And that's 70.
He's unbelievable.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
Yeah, but you can't let up now. We've seen too many wild comebacks in this league.
Antetokounmpo passes to Jackson. That 3 off the mark.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
Fires for 3, and the Bulls another 3.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire 4th quarter.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot. But when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Chicago.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out
of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Mr. Perfect.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. Williams can't hit. Chang, a screen. Here's Mr. Perfect. And got it! Another basket.
81 on the night. Channeling his inner Mamba right now.
There is no slowing this guy down. He is on fire. Pass to Williams. Back to Jackson. The Bucks working the ball around. To the middle. Here's Lillard. Off with the layup. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like
Keep it up, MP. Keep chopping wood.